Now we are going to talk about the image editor. So we're going to click this button and we are going to be forwarded instantly to our image editor. But this is not only an image editor, this is also a content creator. So we're going to do it the fastest way possible because this is as easy as you can see right now. First of all, you need to load your image. You need to go and click this button, open, and you have two options. So you may go to create background images or overlay images. In this example, I'm going to create overlay images. So I'm going to click this logo and then you can have this frame of work. So once you have imported your image, I'm going to click it. Once you click it, these top options are going to show up this way: color, shadow, outline, and so on. So in this example, I'm going to unclick this and I'm going to concentrate in my layout, in my main layout, and I'm going to resize it. I'm going to click this, and let's suppose I'm going to create a banner. So this needs to be done before importing the corresponding image. But for this example, I'm going to click something like this. I can maintain the aspect ratio, or I can uncheck it, so that way I can create the sizing of this layout according to what I need. I'm going to type in, let's suppose 500, and I'm going to apply it. It's going to look like this. So I can delete the image and I can start working from scratch again, depending on the work that I'm going to do. Okay, but this is not the case. I'm going to undo this action. I'm going to click this and I'm going to import again the image. I'm going to open, overlay image. And here we go. Now, let's suppose this is the perfect sizing that I'm going to work with, and I'm going to put some color to the background. So I'm going to unclick it. I'm going to concentrate in my main layout, and I'm going to click background, and I'm going to use the red one. No, I'm going to use this one or the white one, this one, or I can also choose these options this way. Okay. But in this example, I'm going to use the white one, and I'm going to apply those changes. So once you get the desired background color, you can continue improving. For example, let's go to the corners. You can increase or decrease the radius. I'm going to do, this is just for example, I'm going to keep it this way and I'm going to apply it. So as you can see, the borders are that way. So if I want to include a frame, I'm going to click it. Let's suppose I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to configuration, and I can choose the color of the frame. So I'm going to choose red, and the size is going to be this, and I'm going to apply it. I can also transform this layout. I'm going to click it. So I'm going to rotate the image this way or this way. I can invert the image looking this way or this way too. Or I can do it manually this way. So I'm going to keep it this way. I'm going to apply the changes. I can also draw some manual improvements. I'm going to click it. I can select the brush size. I'm going to click, for this example, I'm going to click this option, and I'm going to click the black one. And also I'm going to click the black one, this size, and I'm going to change the brush type. I'm going to click it. You could be this one, any of them, you can use it. So in this example, I'm going to use this one, and I can do, if needed, I can play around with this kind of feature. But this is not the case. I can either continue doing this according to what I need. I can cancel this, or I can undo this action. So in this example, I'm going to cancel it. Also, we can include text or content. So I'm going to click it. This is very important for images improvement. So I'm going to choose the type of font. I'm going to click it, and we have more than 150 types of fonts. So you can choose the font you want. You have different submenus right here. I'm going to click handwriting, and I'm going to choose this option, and then I'm going to click add content. Okay, I can double click it to edit it. I'm going to put in some content. Something like this. I'm going to move it, and I'm going to change the corresponding font. So as you could see, I can change it again. I'm going to use this. I'm going to change the color. I can also use the color picker this way. So you can do it the way you want. I'm going to keep it in black, correct? You can do it bigger this way or smaller. This way you can play around with this. You can locate it at any part of your framework this way. You can locate this content anywhere in the framework this way. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here. You can also do this as many times as you want, just if needed. So I'm going to keep it the way it is. I'm going to uncheck it. I can create it again. So the thing is that you can add as many content as you want. So I'm going to cancel all of these things. So something that I forgot to mention about the content is once you create a content, you have these options right here too, not only with the content, but with the images as well. So in this case, I'm going to work with the content. This is the content, and I have this option to duplicate the content this way. I can delete it, or I can click it again. I can flip it this way too, or I can delete it. So once you choose the corresponding font you want to implement in your content, you can apply those changes. And then once you do it, you can locate it. I'm going to locate it right here, and you have these options too. So I'm going to click this button. Is going to give you the possibility to do format to your content or replace it this way. This way you can do it too. I'm going to get it the way it was. Okay, I'm going to apply it. I'm going to click the content again, and you can start utilizing this kind of options. I'm going to get a background to this content. I'm going to use, for example, I'm going to use the yellow one. It is very useful to highlight any kind of content, and you can do it this way. So it is very useful to, again, to highlight important notifications in your images. This way you can locate it. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to close this. You can continue using all these effects. This is up to you. So in this example, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to close this option. So let's go to shapes. It is going to show you different shapes you can include into your framework. I'm going to include this, for example. You can, once you do it, once you include, I'm going to apply it. You can also change different or you can improve it the way you want. You can change the color, you can add texture, gradient, or all those things. Okay. So let's suppose I'm going to keep it the way it is. I'm going to close it. Okay. This is the corresponding frame, and now I'm going to unclick it. You can also add stickers this way. You can select emoticons. I'm going to click it, and you have all these options. I'm going to select this one. For example, I'm going to edit right here. I'm going to locate it right here. And once you do it again, you can apply those changes, and you can change the color, the shadow, and the texture of that corresponding emoji. So I'm going to keep it the way it is. I'm going to close it. You have different options in stickers. I'm going to click it again. You have doodles, landmarks, and all those things. I'm going to click this button, and you have different options right here. So I'm just showing you the options this editor has in order to improve or create images with content, which is the one you're going to need to improve your pages and make them look even better. So I'm going to apply it again, and I'm going to close it. We saw already the frame, the corners, and the background also. I did this already. It is going to give you this aspect or white. I'm going to apply it. So now we have the corresponding image. Also, we have different filters right here. I'm going to this option. It is going to give you the opportunity to choose the corresponding filter you want for your image. I'm going to click this one. It is going to look like this, or I can uncheck it. All these options, you can see the preview or uncheck them all this way, correct? Or if you're going to select any of them, I'm going to click this. You have the configuration option. I'm going to uncheck, and I'm going to click this one and this one at the same time. I can uncheck it and check it. Some of them are enabled to play around with the configuration. I'm going to click this one, and this has a configuration where you can play around with this or the colors. This is depending on the image you are working with. So please use all these features. I'm going to uncheck this. I'm going to keep it the way it is, and I'm going to cancel this. Also, this is important because this is going to contain all the layouts you have inserted in your workflow. I'm going to click it, and as you can see, I have a sticker, shape, content, and image. So I'm going to click, for example, if I want to work with the content, I'm going to click this, and it's going to point me exactly to that specific layout. So if I want to go to the shape, it is going to take me to that specific layout, or the sticker and this other sticker too. I'm going to close it. So again, you have a lot of possibilities to try this out. This is a cool feature. This is an added value to eFunnels members. And what we want you to know is with this, you will be able to improve your pages. If you want, for example, if the editor, for some reasons, doesn't meet your needs when you're going to create a content, you can use this tool to create content. I'm going to show you right away. But for now, let's just go to save this work and look what is going to happen. So I'm going to save it and I'm going to type in a name. So I'm going to type in a name for this image, and I can save it either GP or PNG. Okay, so in the or JSON, I'm going to keep it the way these two options, PNG or GP, this one, and I'm going to improve the quality according to what I need it to look like. So I'm going to keep it almost perfect, and I'm going to save it. It is processing the changes, and it saved this particular image. But this is the cool thing. Where is this image going? So we're going to my gallery, and this gallery is connected to eFunnels gallery. I'm going to click this, and right here is the corresponding image. So once I do it, I have three options. I can open this image, I can download this image to my computer, or I can delete that corresponding image. If I want to open it again, it's going to bring it back again. So this way, when you're working with your editor in eFunnels and you want to insert your recent image created, you can go to insert image and you can choose it this way. This is the image that I just did. I can edit, copy, or I can track the corresponding URL, or I can select it this way. Now let's suppose we're going to work with content only. So we're going to create an attractive title for my pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this the way it is, and I'm going to resize this frame. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to make it this way. I'm going to apply it, and this is the framework that I'm going to use to create my content. So in this example, I'm going to use this kind of content Pacifico. So this is the one that I like. So I'm going to add content this way. I'm going to drag it right here, and I'm going to choose this one, correct? So I'm going to edit this content. So let's suppose I'm going to create an attractive title for my web page, and I'm going to use these two kind of fonts this way. So I'm going to go to the layout. This is the layout right here. I'm going to apply this kind of changes that I just did. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to the main framework, and I'm going to background. I'm going to keep it white. I'm going to apply the changes this way, and I'm going to crop this a little bit. I'm going to, let's see if this works. So what I can do right here is to do it manually. Look at this. It is extending it manually this way, or I can choose any of these options. So what I'm going to do is going to keep this, I'm going to keep it this way, and I'm going to move this a little bit right here, and this right here. So I'm going to apply it, and there we go. Once I get this done, I can save this work, this image, and this image is going to work as a content, an attractive content for my pages. You can do this as many times as you want. And again, this is only a brief summary of all the things you can do with this editor. Again, this is not only for creating images. This is also created to improve content. So that way you can create stunning content for your web pages, just in case you cannot find the type of content you want to include in your pages with using eFunnels editor. You can use this tool. As you could see, we have more than 400 types of fonts you can play with. So again, let's go to save this title, this content. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it again. It is saved already, and I'm going to the editor. And once you are in the editor, I'm going to insert that image. I'm going to my gallery. I'm going to click it. And here we go. It looks much better in specific cases, the way you can see right here. So if you want to go back to your dashboard, you just need to click this button, dashboard. Remember, you have all the images you created in this editor, but also you will be able to see all the images you have in your eFunnels image gallery. I'm going to click it. You can see all these images that I have in this account are the same images that I have in my eFunnels account. I'm going to close it. And if you want to go back to your dashboard, you just need to click this button, and you will be forwarded to your eFunnels dashboard.